So Emily, let's share a little bit about you first so that our participants can get to know you, just where you are, what you do, just a little bit about yourself.
Okay, sure. So I live in Memphis, Tennessee, and I am a mom of 3 kids, ages 4, 6, and 8. And I am married to my college sweetheart. We've been married for 14 years, and I love being a mom. It's one of my favorite things in the world. It is busy, but it is very life-giving. And I come from a medical background. So I was in radiology, ultrasound, sonography for a long time before kids. And I really wanted to be a mom and work. But I found that balance to be a little bit tricky as soon as I became pregnant and wanted to stay at home and really raise my babies. But I knew I needed to go back to work just to provide for my family. So I was a little bit in a predicament then, and this was 8 years ago, but I decided to raise my babies for a couple years and then actually get into direct sales. And that was the sweet spot because it did allow me to stay at home with my kids and provide. So I almost felt like I can have it all and do it all with this business. So that's sort of my background. And now I've been doing direct sales for 5 years.
Beautiful. And you are in Senegens. And I just want to say something about Senegens. You guys have the best lipsticks in the world. I mean, that's all I know about Senegens, but I'm literally, you know, the company is only present, it's not present in Europe yet, right? It's in US and Canada. And guys, I would pay for a courier like $200 to get me my lipsticks every 3 months because they literally don't come off. Like I can be drinking and kissing and whatever, they just don't come off. So I love, love, love your product. So really good. I'm a big fan of what you do. So Emily, tell us a little bit about where you were at when you met me and what inspired you to join Thinking into Results.
Okay, so I was 3 years into the business and I loved Synergens. So Synergens is kind of half team sales, so building a team and getting that commission, and then half personal sales. Now, it doesn't have to be 50-50, of course. You can lean on one side more than the other, but I was relying heavily on personal sales, and I knew the kind of, we call it big girl money, was going to come from team sales, but I really just couldn't gather the confidence, the leadership, the excitement, the passion to really lead a team. I felt very limited. That was kind of my pre-TIR word about myself, was limited belief. And so that's kind of where I was. I was very stagnant. My team wasn't growing. My team sales, actually, it was diminishing, to be honest. And my personal sales were decent and they were getting me through. But I wanted more out of myself, out of the company, out of the opportunity. I was seeing other girls and women really taking off with the business. And I finally got an ounce, a glimmer of confidence and hope when I joined the masterclass and thinking, okay, maybe I could do this. Maybe that could be me too. But before that, I really set a lot of limits. I had a lot of fear. I had a lot of doubt, self-doubt about just my capabilities and my leadership skills. I didn't see myself as a natural leader at all. I didn't think that was my strength. I kind of was very fixed in my mindset. So what got me to join was I just saw a glimmer of hope, and I saw other success stories like this, I guess. And I saw the passion that you had and that the sweet girl who helped me join, Megan.
Oh my goodness, Megan. Oh, wow.
I love that girl. So she really helped me. She gave me confidence and just said, for a very long time, I said, how me? But then I kind of had this shift and thought, why not me? So that was sort of that question that changed. And it was really cool, Eva. In the first day of signing up with TIR, I signed up actually on Halloween. So October 31st, which is coming up. we had gone trick-or-treating, we had done all the things, and I decided I'm going to do it. And it was Halloween night, and I'll never forget it. And by the next day, I had 5 new team members, which
How amazing is this, right?
for me, that was not happening. That was not something that was common. This was extremely providential and shocking.
Yeah.
So, and they were completely unprompted by myself. I was not reaching out. It was not anything. It was just, it's like this magnet
Yeah.
came around me and started drawing women in. So that was a really neat kind of aha, like I did the right thing moment. So that was kind of cool.
Oh, good. Oh my goodness. Yeah. You know, I'm like, my coaching brain is already like, what did she do? Well, she stepped into the energy of her goal. And this was, you know, I often say about the value of making the right decision, because, you know, you actually, and we're going to talk about this later, but, you know, we frequently know what we would do to lead us towards our goal, but there's like a lot of like logical thinking trying to take us out of the decision. And the minute when you step in and you decide, no, I'm going for my goal, I'm doing this because I know Eva will help me reach my goal, it's nearly like the money wants to come back to you because you stepped into the energy of your goal, and naturally your ideas, your results in your business are going up. So this is, yeah, I love this story, Emily. So good. So tell us, what's changed? Like, what has happened to your business, your sales, your team, your personal life? Tell us about all your biggest wins.
Okay, so I wrote some down. So just numbers wise, if you guys are numbers people, in the first month, my team commission went up 26%, and it was going down before that. So let's just say that it went up in just 1 month, up 26%, which is a great amount. And then within the first year, my team sales were up 42%. So my commission was up 42% within 1 year. So that was huge for me to see that the numbers were not growing prior to that. So that, I mean, alone was huge for me. And really the team part of it was so important to me. I saw the value in leadership, and I saw the value in myself as a leader. So that really showed me that I can lead a team, and I can teach and train people underneath me, and they are going to be successful. So those numbers were really special to me. And then as far as, so I talked about my team immediately grew from day one, and it has been continuously growing. I think I have 100 more teammates since I joined TIR at this point. Yeah. Yes. So that's crazy. At least I would say. And then my C-type goal was a combination of personal sales and team sales, and I hit it exactly a year from when I joined TIR. Very exciting. And I kind of had like, it was sort of a combination C-type goal. So it was a personal sales goal, team sales goal, and then also hitting a trip. So earning a trip within our company was kind of at the front of my mind, because earning a trip sort of encompasses all of those things together, because it's a combination of your team and personal sales. So, and I love to travel. That was something that was really kind of at the forefront of my mind when I started TIR. I said, I really want to travel with my husband, with my family. I want to earn free trips. I would love to travel just separately, but I want to travel for free. So within my goals and my affirmation, earning the first trip I'd ever earned before happened within 6 months of joining TIR. My husband and I earned a trip to Hawaii. And so that was 2021. And then we have since earned 2 more luxury vacations with the company. We went to Turks and Caicos 3 months ago. And then I have earned another trip already. So, and that's going to be next summer. So I haven't.
You're living your goal in reality.
Truly.
Yeah.
And it doesn't go past me. Like, I know every day that this is coming from what I've learned in TIR. And instead of limiting myself to think of myself as limitless, and instead of being so fixed on what I think my weaknesses and even strengths are, to be so much more growth mindset focused, and knowing that I can achieve really, truly whatever I think I can. So that has been really fun. Again, my husband and I love to travel, so that was huge for me. And earning that trip within 6 months after 3 years of not.
Yeah. Wow. Wow.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's huge. And all right, so this is your fantastic external results in the business, right? But
Right.
external results happen as a result of your personal transformation. I always say that we become a new version of ourselves, right? What would you say are some of the biggest changes about you? How are you different as a woman who is kicking it with her business and leadership and earning multiple trips and recruiting versus that Emily that started TIR? How are you different?
I am so different. And it's so interesting because a lot of my family and friends notice that change as well. It's not just a personal um, kind of realization. A lot of people around me notice too. So it's changed so much. I mean, I truly was so afraid to fail before. I had a lot of fear for a lot of things. I was anxious. I was timid. If I was thinking right before I got on this call, I thought right when I joined TAR and met with like the first maybe like the first Q&A Zoom that we had, I was thinking to myself, if Eva called on me, like I would turn off my computer, I would put it straight down and I would pretend that, the wires got cut off or something. I would never have spoken. I had
Wow.
very, very low confidence in public speaking. So it's just shocking that I'm actually here talking to you guys. But I mean, there's so much fear. And one thing that I've learned that I try to tell and teach my team is that instead of a fear of failure, I had to sort of accept failure
Yeah.
and realize that it was going to happen, but to fall and fail forward.
Yeah.
So if I did fall or if I did fail at something, just keep going.
Yeah.
Because usually the worst possible thing that could happen, the biggest fear wasn't really all that bad.
Mm.
And so I just had to really stop letting fear get in the way. That skydiving video that you shared of Will Smith
Mhm.
is one of my favorites. I really thought that was just a really great picture of knowing that on the other side of fear, that's when the most amazing things happen.
Yeah.
So yeah, learning how to fail became a big part of not only my business, but relationships, friendships, my marriage. I'm a better mom and wife. I have more confidence in being a mom and a wife and a friend. Honestly, there's so many things. I think that my mindset is just so different. I'm so much more grateful. That's another big one with the gratitudes.
Mhm.
Um,
Beautiful.
that's been a really, really big one for me. And the affirmations, my self-image of myself is a 180.
Oh, beautiful. Listen, what's really interesting is the girl before you, very different industry, and both of you repeat the same topic of failure. I loved what Bob Proctor said about failure. Failure is not when you don't get what you want at the time you want. Failure is when you stop trying, right? And both of you have this beautiful attitude to failing or not getting what you want at the time you want is part of the business, but it's how you look at it that's going to either stop you and make you go lower, lower, lower versus actually going, learning from it and going higher with your goals. So beautiful. Emily, I always love asking about this moment of making a decision. When you were about to make a decision to invest in yourself, was there anything going through your mind that was trying to pull you away from it? And how did you make the right decision anyway?
So I realized, and this was through a couple conversations with both my husband and Megan, who was my coach at the time. I realized that in order to invest in my family and in my business, I had to first invest in myself. And when I kind of came to that realization, I did have a great support with my husband. I wanted to take this to the next level. And I realized if I wanted to see something different, if I wanted different results, I had to make a change.
Mm-hmm.
And that change was TAR. I mean, I couldn't see another way to change the business.
Yeah.
I had blinders, I had walls, I had a million things that were stopping me from making any sort of change. I just felt like I didn't know what else to do. And I wanted to see results. I honestly don't want to go back to the medical field. I want to stay home and have this flexibility and freedom that I have with direct sales. And I mean, it's blessed me in so many ways, friendships and creativity and a lot of things, but I knew I wanted to stay in this career and I knew I had to make a change.
Beautiful. Actually, something came to my mind. Remember, I didn't even know that you had so much shyness. Like you were so shy. We're like sisters from different parents. I didn't know you had that. And what came to my mind is not only you learned to speak, you learned to lead, but you also were a mastermind leader.
Yes.
Yeah. So Emily used to run one of our, hold on, are you still running? No, not anymore.
Just ended in June.
You just passed it on. But Emily was running one of our masterminds, network marketing masterminds. How was that for you, coming from someone who couldn't even open her mouth to speak to leading 7 others and helping them grow their businesses?
Yeah, that was such a blessing, such a gift. I still keep in touch with those ladies and men. It was a huge blessing. And that was another kind of way to prove to myself that I can do things that I never thought I would do. And so I had to say yes to that opportunity. And it was wonderful. Not only was it collaborative, but I was really also able to lead and teach just through experience.
Yeah.
And what I've learned and just be able to pass that down. It was really amazing. So I did that for a year and a half and it was awesome. I mean, people came and went as their businesses came and went and their TIR journeys. So I got to meet a lot of people from all over the world. It was very impactful and life-changing.
Oh, beautiful. So listen, Emily, what would you say to those that are watching right now, the other Emilys?
Yeah.
So there is participants, maybe they're from network marketing, maybe different businesses. And, you know, on one side, what typically happens is on one side, we might be thinking, okay, yes, Eva can help me hit my goal. And then on the other side, we have all this pile of logical thinking trying to pull us away from it, or even maybe our environment sometimes it's not that supportive. What would you say to them that would help them make the right decision?
I would say to myself, looking back and to you all, I would say, like I said a minute ago, in order to invest in anything else, you have to first invest in yourself. You will get a plethora of knowledge and wisdom and ways to grow and change yourself and your business with this. I have learned so much in just a short time. In over 35 years, I have never learned this much. It's really been an amazing gift. And yes, I was hesitant, of course. It is an investment. It's a financial investment and it's a time investment, but it is something that is so invaluable. And you will get your value back so quickly. I did. So I think it was like the first 3 months I had already earned back what I put in. And then I got to keep going and going and going. So you will get that return on investment very quickly. And I think truly the most important thing to invest in is yourself. And I might even feel or sound selfish at times, especially like if you have a family or other people you're taking care of, or even another job that you have on the side too, or a full-time job. But I promise you, this is going to be successful. If you put in the work, this will be something that will be life-changing. You just have to let go of the fear and look for the magic on the other side of it.
Beautiful. Emily, you said something very important. I'm just going to share a little bit about this. There is a lot of women, not just women, men, but I think it is more often than not with women who, you know, the reason why they don't invest is because it's so hard for them to put themselves first. It's like, oh, but there's that misconception that you're taking something away from your family, or maybe your children need the money, or maybe your husband need the money. But what I found, and what I would love everyone, if you have that kind of belief I would love to encourage you to really understand that this is investment in your family. Because number one, what you want to accomplish with your business is going to raise the standard of living of your entire family. Number two, happier mother, happier wife. Come on. like frequently we have women who, you know, maybe their husbands are not so excited about them investing. They come, they transform, and then the husbands do the work because they see the results. It's amazing. But also I want you to really think about this is investment in your children, because your children, and you have three, you know, they pick up your psychology, and they pick up your habits. And, you know, frequently I hear from women, well, I want to show my kids that there's a way to live life differently. And, you know, 97% of people exchange time for money, and they settle, and they don't go for big goals. You investing in you is actually showing your children how to get their results. And it could be as something like, you know, getting straight A's at school, or attracting that a love partner, or, you know, being more confident. But you, like, if you invest in you, your children will never have the paradigms that you used to have, and they will never have the limitations that you used to have in terms of fulfilling their dreams. So this is humongous investment in family, right? I mean, my investment didn't not only impacted my closest, my loved ones, but my investment was also impact to my team, clients, their families. You sometimes have no idea what you putting yourself first in that moment and making that investment. Don't even think this is just for me. Just really ask yourself, what is going to be the ripple effect for everybody around you? And you can't even quantify this. So this is massive investment in your loved ones. And if you resonate with Emily, I will say what I said the last time in the previous call. There is no difference between Emily and I and you. We are all the same. We may be from different countries, different cultures. We may look slightly different. You may be a boy, I'm a girl. But the thing is that we all have dreams, and we all have mental faculties and habits that can help us fulfill the dreams. Like, there's no difference. All we've got to do is follow the same pattern or the same system, and it will always help you fulfill your business, your professional and your personal dreams. So we hope that this inspired you and you will join us. And by the way, on the other side, there is women like Emily leading masterminds and hanging out with you and inspiring you. Like, seriously, when you hang out with us, you cannot fail. Like, you seriously cannot fail. You will be inspired every single day. So there's a link in the description of this video. Join us, click, and you just cannot fail. This is just such a perfect decision. So Emily, thank you. I appreciate you. I tell you, I cannot believe that you didn't have confidence when you joined me, because the way you speak, isn't she eloquent? I mean, guys, I'm like, tell me more. I want to listen to Emily more. This is so good. I just love it. Thank you. You're so well spoken. Thank you, Emily. Have a beautiful day. I will just actually stay with me for a second.